DRS enabled, DRS enabled. Down the inside, thinks better of it, slots in behind. Again, height and straight lines to be on display, but look at the exit in the corners. Side by side they go as they barrel
a little bit there.
in towards turn 6. Can he look for the switch back here? Possibly. He does go for it. Down the inside.
Ooh.
Oh, a little bit of contact, but they do keep going. Side by side they go yet again. But you've got to remember, whoever is behind is going to get the DRS for the pit straight, but Andy is through. Move done there for the Mercedes driver. He gets it done.
Banter Brandon could extend his gap here in Belgium. B-Right leads Banter Brandon round the outside of Pujon. He's on them fresher rubbers. The Scuderia, the Red Bull, down into turn 13 and 14 they go. The Ferrari is through. The other Ferrari of Dennis is round the outside as well, down towards Stavolo. And the Red Bull on that old rubber has lost 2 positions on the second to last lap here in Belgium. Forza Ferrari in the house is up to P2. Henke losing out as well. The McLaren's into the wall. Dean Con is round. Dean Con is round here in Spa. And it's too wide. And the Haas driver of cars goes out wide. That's going to give the opportunity to Super Turbo and Oliver de Mose. And they are through. And Cars is now down to P6. Oliver having a look at the back of Super Turbo. TTL Dennis is through on Lude. He goes out wide again. Cars really struggling. Banter Brandon is going to try and make the move. And he is. Cars trying to give him the space, but just not too much. Oh, and he nearly loses it there. And Banter Brandon is through and up to P6. And that safety net that B-Right had from his teammate is essentially gone now.
Push on, there's a contact there between Podge and Heighton. Podge trying to do an 80 move. And then Ginaudi goes through as well, in towards centre free. Will Podge lunge it up the inside, going towards the final corner. He looks. He sticks his nose in, but he knows in a championship fight. As Heighton gets a pull right out the final corner as well. Ginaudi goes through and leads onto the straight. He will get DRS here. Podge is behind it. Podge is already flashing as well. Yellow flag in centre free. That's for the Red Bull of Crippy in the background. As we can see, going in towards turn 1. Free wide almost. Heighton has lunged it down the inside. Has he got the move done? He has got the move done. Oh, and Podge is around. There was not room for free ride coming out of turn 2. Podge is around in turn 1.
Soft compound tyres will start to struggle soon. Oh, he's out. He's lost both wheels. He's out. It's a safety car. We went on board with him again. He collided into the wall. Just completely lost his wheel. Oh my God. He just turned that car into a bobsleigh. Dennis is on his way out the pit lane. It's going to be close, but I think Dennis is still going to come out in front. He's on his way out the pit lane. Oliver's on his way down. Sendro on Reese. Sendro on Reese. Sendro on Dennis. Sendro with 2 overtakes down to turn 1, and the Williams is up to P5.
And he is really struggling to get away here. And Ginaudi's already down the inside towards turn 1. Has moved on for the McLaren, but what's happened to Ginaudi? He's slowing down.
Did he get an illegal overtake maybe? Oh no!
Oh, there's a massive crash!
Oh,
Podging
no.
into the wall. 80's out.
80's out.
Oh my God! It's third safety car.
Oh, Don Dedge with a drive-through. He jumped the start, but here we go. It's Ginaudi that gets off the line. It's the Aston Martin of Fear Jack Boy that comes through next. Everybody going up to the hill towards turn 1. It's the Alpha Tauri. Hucky's left the session. Hopefully he can get back in. Everybody gets through turn 1 cleanly. Here comes the Ferrari of Alvaro Chabas and Mir Grandis. Round Don Dedge they go. And the Alvaro Chabas in the Ferrari into the S section. What a lap that was. And the Mercedes of Matt G is off. Matt G is out. He's crashed it. Virtual safety car. But they're going for a completely different strategy. Here comes Red on Vega down the inside in towards turn 1. Up the hill they go. The Alpha Tauri driver will not make any mistakes. And Vega on Red Wildfire just slots back in front. Comes the Aston Martin on the Alpine. Up the hill towards turn 1 they go. Podge goes down the inside. And can he do the old switcheroo? Here comes the Alpine. He does it. He completes the old switcheroo. Goes out wide down into the S's they go. And it's the Alpine that slots back in front. What a move. And now the two Hasses in P5 and P6. Red Wildfire's going to make the move as well. She's on fresh mediums. And she's got the inside line on Mad G. It's a sprint race down towards turn 12. And Red Wildfire is in front of the Mercedes. The Mercedes makes a lunge back down the inside. Pushes the AlphaTauri out wide. Nearly a collision there between the Mercedes. There goes the Alpine of J round the outside. So Red, from the lunge from the Mercedes, has lost 2 places there. And now side by side with J again. And that's Jacoboy and Vega, the Alfa Romeo and the Aston Martin. Vega trying to go round the outside. He's got the more pace. He's on them softs as well. Here comes Taylor and Heighton. Ginaudi leads. Taylor is trying to catch them on them fresh mediums. Jacoboy goes out wide. It's Vega that's up to P2. And there's a little bit of end plate flying off there. Don't know whose it was, but a bit of a collision. Somebody has lost an end plate. That is a Red Bull. Red Wildfire is through on Mad G. Taylor is through. Fear Jackboy. What a lunge. 3 drivers all the way through, and that is a safety car. That is Taylor looking for the move. The old switcheroo on the McLaren. There goes the AlphaTauri of Red as well. Jacoboy is through on Vega on the mediums and the hards. The 2 different drivers. Vega is back through. Jacoboy in the Aston Martin down the inside as they go into the S's. The Aston Martin and the Alfa Romeo. Wheel to wheel. You do not want to go through there. And that's a huge collision. That's the Aston Martin, the 2 Williams and the Alpine. That was, I think that was Don Dedge that hit the back of Podge. Then it caused a bit of a chain reaction. I think a couple of drivers got damaged. There was yellow flags. That is Taylor through on Ginaudi. They go 3 wide. Nearly an AlphaTauri sandwich there. That is Vega through on Don Dedge. And then May Grandis is coming. DJ Harvey back through on Fair Jackboy. Look at this. Ginaudi, remember, he's on them older mediums, but he will come into this race near the end. Red down in towards turn 11. And Fair Jackboy is through and he goes out wide. And here comes Mir as well. And I think the 2 Norwegians going wheel to wheel, going toe to toe here in Kota. The Haas driver on the Red Bull. What about Mir Grandis into the slipstream as well? Will he go for it going into turn 1? He will. Oh, Jennifer Lee goes out wide. That's going to give an opportunity to Vega. That's Vega from Red. Here comes Red on Mir Grandis. Mir made a mistake and Red has made him capitalised and punished him for his mistake. So all the drivers still going through. That's Ginaudi and Taylor for the lead of this Grand Prix. And here comes Fair Jackboy. Ginaudi down the inside on the very last lap they're about to go on to. Should Ginaudi have waited? Here comes Merckx as well round the outside. What a move from the Haas into the S's they go. There goes Don Dedge on Podge. Podge back down to P10. Did so well for the majority of the race. Mir Grandis is going to try and attack his teammate, but it's going to be Ginaudi. Mir Grandis is through on his teammate. Ginaudi is going to come through to win here in Kota. Taylor will take P2, and Fair Jackboy takes P3. It's going to be Jay that takes the podium. Here comes Undertaker Dylan on Jake into the slipstream. He goes. The Mercedes on the Williams. Is he going to make the move without the DRS? He's got to go the long way around though. Jake is showing him over his shoulder, and Jake will stay in front this time. Here comes Dennis on Vixen. Dennis and Vixen wheel to wheel. The Red Bull round the outside. He goes on them fresh softs, and the pace really starting to show already. Here comes Henke on XD Paco. He's got to do it all over again. Undertaker Dylan. Jake is round. Jake has spun. Jake is onto the gravel. Kicks by on Vixen. Will go down the inside of turn 10. Kicks by in the Ferrari. Aston round the outside. Look at this for racing. Kicks by will have to go the long way round. They nearly touch. Oh, it's close. And the Aston Martin trying to hold the Ferrari. The Ferrari trying to make the move, but he's just not able to get through. Dennis is through. Reese is through as well. Look at this. We're going for 3 overtakes. Kicks by is through, and MDJ is coming down the inside. The Ferrari, the Red Bull, the Aston, the Alpha. Wow. Robert kicks by and Luis Baptiste. Wheel to wheel they go. MDJ just watching from behind. And kicks by round the outside of the Williams. Wheel to wheel Luis Baptiste. The Portuguese driver in the Ferrari is going for this. Is unbelievable racing. XD Paco sets the fastest lap of this race. Here comes Reese into the slipstream of the Mercedes of Undertaker Dillon. What about Dennis on Sendro? The Belgium on the Norwegian. Undertaker Dillon and Reese as well. Can Reese get through? He has the inside line. He does. MDJ's through on Lewis Baptiste. There's battling everywhere. The Ferrari's later on the brakes. And Kicks by is through on Lewis Baptiste. And the chase is on to MDJ. We're going for 3 overtakes. Kicks by is through. And MDJ is coming down the inside. The Ferrari, the Red Bull, the Aston, the Alpha. Wow. Robert Kicks by and Lewis Baptiste. Wheel to wheel they go. MDJ just watching from behind. And Kicks by round the outside of the Williams. Wheel to wheel Lewis Baptiste. The Portuguese driver in the Ferrari is going for this. Is unbelievable racing. XD Paco sets the fastest lap of this race. Here comes Reese into the slipstream of the Mercedes of Undertaker Dillon. What about Dennis on Sendro? The Belgium on the Norwegian. Undertaker Dillon and Reese as well. Can Reese get through? He has the inside line. He does. MDJ's through on Lewis Baptiste. There's battling everywhere. The Ferrari's later on the brakes. And Kicks by is through on Lewis Baptiste. And the chase is on to MDJ. And it's the lights out and away we go. XD Paco got an amazing start. Look at the Ferrari of F1 Jackson to go down into turn 1. He's on the inside. The Scuderia right down the inside and up into the podium places straight away. What an amazing start from the Ferrari driver. The McLaren of Fan finishes at 1 position. Here comes Oster in the Alpine down the inside of turn 5. The wheel-to-wheel action as they're battling through. Undertaker Dillon in the Ferrari going through on Lewis. You got Jack in the Red Bull who collides with Gennady in the Mercedes. XD Paco leads to Henke in second. F1 Jackson's up 2 places into P3. But he has cars in the McLaren chasing him down. Into the slipstream he goes, but he does not have the straight line speed. Here comes his countryman of Fanfness in the other McLaren who goes up to P5. Oster in the Alpine up through on Sendro. Here comes Jake to make his 4th overtake of the opening lap on the Alpha Tauri of Sendro. Undertaker Dillon is through on the Scotsman of the Rocket Man. Incredible start from the drivers. Fantastic driving, very clean. Here comes Henke on XD Paco for the lead of this Grand Prix. F1 Jacks just watches on. Oster with a slight mistake. Here comes the Williams of Jake, who's already up 4 places. Sendro down 3. Vibes is through on his teammate, the 2 Aston Martins. Going wheel to wheel. A bit of action. No team orders in that garage. On the softs though is JTXU, so he will be held up on the faster tyre compound. But at the end of the opening lap, it's TTL XD Paco in the lead of this Grand Prix. This is it. And it's lights out and away we go. Straight into the race we go. Oster is through. Oster's going through the middle. There comes F1 Jacks as well as he go down towards turn 1. F1 Jacks is there. Oster's making moves. Oster's now getting swallowed up. We're going down in towards turn 1. F1 Jacks on XD Paco. The 2 Alpha Tauris of Sendro and Reese just backing out. He's got the McLaren of cars going right around the outside. And now down in the inside as Fanfness goes out wide. And then we've got a little bit of contact between Chi and Lewis, Jake and Dennis, Banana and Levi at the back. But it's F1 Jackson now into the lead of this Grand Prix with Henke right on his tail. And we've got a car going off there. I think that was Oster. It wasn't. It was an Alpine, I think. I don't know who that was, but there was a car going off. Everybody's still in the race. Ties is through on Fanfness, the 2 Dutchies, as they go in towards turn 7 at the S's. Oh, there was a bit of contact. But Nimble, look how close he is to the back of that Alpha Tauri. He is going to go for the overtake. The Ferrari driver, the Canadian of Nimble, finally retakes the lead of this Grand Prix. Reese says, not this time you don't. Round the outside of Lovefield he goes. Can he hang it round the outside on them 3-lap older mediums? Through Woodcote and down towards Cops they go. Could we have asked for a better battle for the lead of this Grand Prix than between Reese and Nimble here tonight? It has been so clean, thrilling, entertaining and exciting all at the same time. Reese goes through Maggots and Beckett on the rear diffuser of that Ferrari, who's just trying to recharge that battery. He has got a little bit more now. He's not flashing. He's going to try and move away. Reese is going to come back at him with that rear wing open. He does open it. The Alpha Tauri driver of Reese is going to hold on. He's going to try and stay with Nimble. It is literally, as Demir said, like a game of chess here at Silverstone. Nimble, will he have enough battery to hold off the AlphaTauri? The AlphaTauri will have a full battery. Does he try and overtake him before that straight? Does he try and get him down this straight now and then hold him off with that battery? We shall see. Or does Nimble try and burn it now to stay in front? Does Reese go for it? Does he hold? He is going to hold. Down into Brooklands we go at turn 6. Through turn 7 at Lovefield. What an ending to this race. There is less than 2 tenths that separate the two drivers. Reese will have to stay as close as possible. Through Maggotts and Becker they go. Reese has got it perfect. He's done everything that he needed to do. That DRS will kick in. He will dump that battery down up the hill towards Stowe at turn 15. Has Reese done enough? Nimble empties the tank round the outside. The AlphaTauri driver of Reese, the wheel to wheel as they go through Vale, as they go through turn 17, through turn 18 at Club, through goes Reese. Reese wins the Silverstone Grand Prix. Nimble takes P2. That is one of the best endings to a race I have ever witnessed in my life. And as it kicks in, he's not even using his ERS. On lap 13, Merckx is through just with the rear wing open. Sam B in the McLaren, but Merckx is going to have that DRS. You've got Don Dedge there in the house as well. But here we go. Sam B on them soft compounds, but he can do nothing to stop the charge from the Williams of Merckx. The Silver World Champion moves up into P3, into the podiums, and Don Dedge will just stay in P5 for now. But what about Don Dedge there? Don Dedge is going to go down the inside of Sam B, and the McLaren driver will lose another position. He's going to try and get it back as they go down in towards turn 5 at the left-hander. Jay sets the fastest lap of this Grand Prix. Great racing from the Haas and the McLaren. The Papaya just trying to get that position back. Not able to do so as they go through turn 7 and 8. He will have that DRS. Merckx is enjoying the two drivers battling behind as they start to lose time on the back of his car. But Don Dedge looks like he got the perfect exit to try and get into P2 on the very last lap of the Catalonia Grand Prix. The Haas is up to P2. The Williams stays in P3. Sam B and the McLaren will watch on as they continue to squabble. The McLaren might even see an opening come from the battling in front. But time to perfection. But he's still got to hold off this Williams. Look how close they are as they come swinging out of turn 9. Here comes Merckx in the Williams. Down the inside of turn 10. He backs out. He's still got the inside line, but Don Dedge just done enough to hold on. In towards turn 12 and up towards 13. What a race. It is Levi Martins that wins here in Catalonia. But the battling between these three has been absolutely superb. And it is Don Dedge that takes P2, Merckx P3 and Sam B. What a race in P4. So the Aston Martin to the Alpine of Banter Brandon, to the Haas of B Wright, the Red Bull of Dennis, the Williams of Senjo, the Ferrari of Oliver. The Alpine will have that DRS on Maxibot. He needs to close in now, and here comes the Red Bull of Dennis on the Haas of B Wright. Down into the arena section they go. Look at this huge DRS train, and it's the Aston Martin and Maxibot on them old medium tyres that leads this train. He could get swallowed up a little bit as he loses the rears, and into the pit lane he goes. No, he doesn't. And he's going to get completely swallowed up. Banter Brandon back up to P2. What about B Wright? Does he see an opportunity as well? He absolutely does. Into the slipstream of the Aston Martin he goes. And Banter Brandon up to P2. And B Wright up to P3. Here comes the Haas down the inside of the Aston Martin. And into the podiums goes B Wright. What about the Ferrari of Oliver de Mose? There is through on TTL. Dennis, here comes Sergio and Reese. What about Reese in the Mercedes? The Mercedes of Reese down towards turn 4 they go. The Williams later on the brakes on the Red Bull. Side by side. And the Red Bull just trying to keep the line. But the Williams of Senjo is going to make the move Down towards turn 6. Here comes the AlphaTauri as well. The Alpine of Banter Brandon still in P2. The Haas driver of B right in P3. The Ferrari is right back up there as well. Well done to Oliver. What a recovery after being spun by Reese in the Mercedes. So we're going to have that DRS again. Banter Brandon has got a nice little gap to be right now though. And here comes Maxi, and he's going to lose that position to the Aston Martin driver. And on them old mediums, Maxi is still going for it. And that leaves the Ferrari on the charge now. So the Ferrari is right on the tail of the Haas driver. Be right back down to P4 he goes. So the gap now would be back to 5 points in the championship. Here comes the Mercedes as well. The Mercedes down the inside. The Red Bull and Mercedes are having one hell of a battle here. Down towards turn 6 they go. The Red Bull's got the inside line. What about the Mercedes? Can he switch back on him? As they go down towards turn 9.